Hi, my name is Linda Payton. I'm an online wellness provider in the United States, doing things like personal training, Pilates instruction, and coaching. I'm going to share some of the resources I've created for myself that at this point in time are totally free and possibly totally free to me for the rest of my life. Now, to learn these resources or knowledge or skills, I did have to make an investment of either energy, time, or money. So that could have been buying a book or getting a book from the library or taking a course or getting some coaching. But once I had these skills and practiced these skills, they're now mine at my disposal for free. So as I go through, I'm going to start with emotions, then I'm going to go to the mind, then I'm going to go to the body, then the spirit and energetics, and lastly, the environment. So let's get started. Emotional states are free. I can generate a state of gratitude, a state of peace, a state of joy, a state of calm. I could close my eyes and imagine the last time that I laughed out loud. I can create an internal happy place, states that I can experience anytime that I want. I can even just put a smile on my face and experience what that does in my mind and my body. So emotional states are something that are available and free. Also, my internal dialogue, my self-talk to myself. Also, totally free to choose what I want that to be or what I want to update my self-talk to. So that's really cool that I'm not stuck with whatever I have picked up from others around me in my head. I can choose what I want my own self-talk to be. Being creative, innovative, or using my imagination, also free. I remember being in a group coaching session, and the coach made this point. Most of you are really good at imagining all the things that could go wrong. What if you started imagining all the things that could go right and started using your imagination to its full capacity? That was pretty profound, and it stayed with me. Meditation is also now well practiced by me and completely free. The two types of meditation that I use the most often are visualization and mindfulness meditations, where I'm in the present moment experiencing without judgment. There are a lot of different types of meditation out there that I have tried, and those are just my two favorites that I use the most. Moving on to the body now. How I choose to move is free. I'm thankful to have known Pilates and to have been a Pilates teacher for a very long time. And that taught me how to hold proper postures when I'm standing, sitting, walking, or moving. And I am so thankful to know Pilates. But also how I choose to move, cooking or cleaning, or if I choose an energy modality such as tapping or a technique like havening, those are all free and available to me. Moving my body is free. In today's world, food is not free. Whether I choose to grow it or get it from a farmer or a store, food has a cost. But how I choose to consume the food, as far as chewing, swallowing, encouraging digestion, how I create a relaxing meal or give a prayer or thanksgiving over the meal, Those are all free and available. So moving on now to my environment, how I arrange the things that I have. And I'm not talking about buying anything new. I'm talking about such as a principle in permaculture of zones. Now it's a little bit beyond the scope of this video to explain what permaculture is. But when someone owns land and they're growing food and have animals and maybe an orchard and it's a big land, so there might be a forest, there are zones that have to do with being closest to the house. And the zones closest to the house would have the activities that need to be cared for and done the most, such as the garden that needs to be weeded and watered. And then the animals might be next. And then further out, the orchard. And then further out still, the forest. Because the people in the home don't need to visit the forest every day, more than likely, but do need to care for the garden on a daily basis. So I've been thinking about how I structure my environment so that the things that I use the most stay closest to me, and the things that I don't use as much can be stored further away. A couple things in regard to the earth that are free are, first, how I position myself to the earth's magnetic field. So there are metals in the body, such as iron in the blood, that do actually respond to the earth's magnetic field. So how I position myself when I sit or sleep, whether that be east, west, north, south, impacts the magnetic field on my body because of the Earth's large magnetic field. The second thing that can impact my body from the Earth that is free to me is called earthing or grounding. It essentially has to do with the charge and electrons that the body has. It impacts the oxidant-antioxidant system. The more grounded that a body is and connected to the earth, the more it is in a relaxed state for optimal well-being. So I enjoy making use of the earth and grounding, which is free. Appreciating the beauty in nature is something else that can also be free. Whether this be actually experiencing nature in the form of grass, trees, plants, wildlife, or pulling out a memory of a beautiful place in nature, like a mountain, or a river, or a lake, or the ocean, and just appreciating either what's in the environment in nature or what can be recalled and remembered about nature. Those are both free. How I choose to manage time, whether that be seasons, weeks, or years, is also something that is free. It could be something such as creating space in a schedule so that I feel that the day is well paced. It could be something like eating in the seasons. It could be using the changes in the weather for cold therapy during the cold weather or sauna in the heat. There's all kinds of free resources available when it comes to time and the rhythms that we were made for in relationship to this earth as it relates to time. So which of the free resources that I shared today have you generated for yourself? Which of these would you like to create as a resource for yourself? Feel free to let me know in the comments of this video. Everyone, may you live well.